The next element about trimming that we want to discuss is slipping and sliding. Now, Final Cut Pro can also slip and slide. Avid has a very useful function in slipping and sliding, which is the 4-monitor display, which really helps you understand what you're doing as you're trimming. To get into slip and slide mode is pretty simple. To get into the slip mode, which changes the clip itself, in other words, the contents of the clip, where it starts and where it ends, you simply lasso the two transitions of the segment that you want to change. So for example, if I'm working on this shot and I am not really seeing much of her backswing, all I'm seeing is her front swing and a lot of looking up in the air. So what I really want to do is slip this backwards in time so that we don't have so much tails of the shot and we have some more heads of the shot as she prepares to swing. So to do that, click above the segment and lasso backwards from right to left. And you'll see that that puts two different rollers on the inside of the clip. And what you're seeing up here are the 4 incoming and outgoing frames of this trim. This shot is the outgoing frame of, let's call this clip A. So this is the outgoing frame of clip A. This shot here, the girl with her raised bat, is the incoming frame of shot B. This is the outgoing frame of shot B, and this final frame is the incoming frame of shot C. As I start to move this with my trim frames, you can see that the only frames that are moving are the 2 internal frames. In other words, this is the incoming shot of this clip and the outgoing shot of the same clip. So what we want to do is we want to have less of her looking and more of her backswing. So I'm going to go backwards in time until we see her go into her swing. And we want to be able to see, you're starting to see that she's still swinging here, so we don't want to lose that much at the end of the clip. So we'll let her bat come down, and when her bat comes down, we're finished. To get out of this trim mode, you just click on the timeline window up here and play it through, and you should see that we've slid this backwards. Boom. Perfect. The other way to do this edit is what's called a slide. And the slide changes not the clip itself, but it changes the position of the clip in the timeline. If I'm going to slide this shot, it will extend this shot longer and eat up some of this filler at the end. To do that, what we're going to do is we're going to option drag. So we hold down the option key and do the same drag that we did before from right to left. Now you'll see that the rollers are on the outside of this clip. You've got the same display at the top. This time it's showing you the outgoing shot of this clip, the incoming shot of this clip, the outgoing shot of this clip, and then this filler is here at the end. What I want to do here is, if you notice in the timeline, I've pre-marked 2 things. I've marked where her bat hits, boom, right there. Down here in the audio track, I marked a big hit in the music. What I want to do is line up these 2 red things so that the baseball hit strikes at the right time in the music. I'm going to play this and you'll see that it's not lined up now. Boom. So you hear the hit in the music. So I just want to slide that. And so that once again, I'm going to hold down the option key, lasso it, and then I'm just going to move this until I get the 2 red dots lined up. And you can see that I went a little bit too far. You can see that it's extending the outgoing shot in order to have that fill in. It doesn't leave black or filler in that space. It just extends this other shot. Now that we've got it, I'm going to click in the timeline to get out of trim mode and play. Perfect. The other thing that I should mention, in addition to clicking on the timeline window or the timecode track down here to be able to get out of trim mode, you can also click here to toggle back and forth on this button, or this button down here to toggle back and forth between being in trim mode and being out of trim mode. So that's a little bit more about trimming in the Avid.